Brooklyn, we did it again. We can never catch a frickin' break. Ever. I've been having nightmares about this trade since it's been all over Twitter for months. And I thought this nightmare was never going to come true. But I go on Twitter and I find this tweet. The Brooklyn Nets traded for Diva James Harden. We got rid of our assets for James Harden. The man who's had a freaking career handed to him on a silver platter. He's had assets. He's had it all. He's been the franchise. He's had it all, but he could never do the one thing that the Rockets wanted, and that was winning a championship. Congratulations, Rocket fans should be excited now. Because I'm not. Not only do I have to deal with Kyrie right now, we have to deal with James Harden too. We got Kyrie who's partying. We have James Harden who's going to strip clubs. We can't catch a break. This is horrible. What are you thinking, Sean Marks? This is going to make Kyrie better? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God! Okay, so the trade that went down, the Brooklyn Nets received James Harden. The Rockets received Victor Oladipo, Dante Exum, Rodinens Kurglu. I'm not even going to pronounce his name right now. 4 first-round picks, which are probably the Brooklyn Nets picks. Sounds very familiar, what happened. 4 pick swaps. The Pacers receive Karis LeVert, and the Cavaliers receive Taurean Prince and Jared Allen. This is fucking bullshit. The Cavaliers just finessed us! The Rockets just finessed us! The Pacers just finessed us! This is a nightmare! I'm surprised Spencer Dinwiddie is not in any of these trades, though. So, good job, Sean Marks, on that. And hopefully Spencer Dinwiddie has a speedy recovery. But you gotta be kidding me. We get rid of Karis LeVert, who has been balling. He has been proving why he's the 3rd star of this team. We get rid of him. And then the Pacers just simply finesse the Rockets, because the Rockets, I don't know why they did not keep Karis LeVert. That could have really been a sneaky weapon. That's an easy 20 points a game for a freaking guy in Victor Oladipo who had one good year in Indiana, and he's going to become a freaking free agent. So, yeah, the Pacers, they definitely finessed the freaking Rockets in this deal, but I don't care about that right now. My Nets! We got rid of draft picks! We got rid of Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Rodinens Kurglu, and freaking Prince. And picks! This is absolutely crazy. I don't mind Kurglu, okay? He didn't really do much in Brooklyn. I wish him nothing but the very best. I don't mind him leaving the team because he didn't really get any minutes or anything. But it is going to suck because I think with getting some minutes, I think he will be a good player for the Rockets. But it's very unfortunate. But Taurean Prince as well, he just didn't fit well with this team, and he really did give us Brooklyn Net fans really big headaches. So I do wish you nothing but the very best, Prince, and hopefully you bounce back. Which I don't care that you are not on the team anymore, because you did give me lots of headaches, and I had to take lots of Advil because of you bricking a lot. But the ones that I care about, Jared Allen. The Cavaliers, you guys got a bright future ahead of you. Seriously, you guys got Darius Garland, you got Colin Sexton, you still have Kevin Love, which I'm crazy that he's still on your team. You also got another guy, Isaac Okoro, which I think that's how you pronounce his name. He has a bright future. You got Chetty Osman. You also have Andre Drummond, which now having Jared Allen, I don't think you're going to keep Andre Drummond. But man, this Cavaliers team, you guys got a very bright future ahead of you guys. And man, as a Brooklyn Nets fan, I'm telling you this. Cavalier fans, you guys should be extremely excited to have Jared Allen on your team. This man is a phenomenal freaking player. Very underrated, I think. He showed a lot of promise. He blocked goats like LeBron and Giannis. Jared Allen has been going off these last few games too, and I'm very surprised that we actually got rid of him. Because now all we have is DeAndre Jordan for our center. We need another big man, so I don't know how this helps us down low. I guess we're going small ball now, which is very risky, and I'm very nervous as a Brooklyn Nets fan, and I'm fucking scared. But let me tell you, Jared Allen, he's definitely going to bring some of the weaknesses that the Cavaliers have. And this sucks because I was always such a huge Jared Allen fan since we drafted him. And since he's played for Texas as well. And I think that the Brooklyn Nets are going to really regret this decision. And Jared Allen, I wish you nothing but the very best as a Brooklyn Nets fan. We're all going to miss you, especially when we had D'Lo and we had our bench dancing and everything. We're going to miss you, and I'm definitely going to miss you because you are probably one of my favorite centers in the league today. You even commented on my Instagram photo, too. And that just shows how much he cared about the Brooklyn Net fans. But the Cavaliers, you guys were smart. You guys made a move, and you might as well if we were trying to go after a diva in James Harden. So, good job, Cavaliers. But let me tell you, Jared Allen, you guys got a really good big man. But now, another one that I'm very, very upset about is Caris LeVert. I've been a fan of Caris LeVert since we drafted him, and we made that trade with Indiana, which this is crazy because Indiana actually was the one that drafted Caris LeVert, and then we traded Thaddeus Young for Caris LeVert. And now it's just he gets traded to the Rockets, and then the Rockets flip for Victor Oladipo, which I think is really stupid. They're going to regret that decision. But I get it. They have John Wall. They have DeMarcus Cousins. They have Christian Wood. They have a pretty decent team, so they might as well try and take a chance. But I think Caris LeVert really could have been that number one option for that team, and they could have been a dark horse in the Western Conference. But the Pacers, I think, definitely made the right move here because Victor Oladipo wanted out, and Caris LeVert is now going to be their number one guy. And they also have great players around him like Sabonis, Miles Turner, Malcolm Brogdon, TJ Warren. They got a pretty decent team, which is very underrated, and they're always a dark horse in the Eastern Conference. But man, as a Brooklyn Nets fan, I'm going to miss Caris LeVert so freaking much, guys. I even got his jersey as well, which I was really hoping that we were not going to make this trade, but we did. Caris LeVert was a very special part in the Brooklyn Nets team. He cared about the organization, and he was just such an underrated player. And he's still underrated to this day because we traded him. And now he's easily going to be averaging 25 or more points per game. Indiana, you guys got a freaking diamond in the rough, and I'm telling you, you guys are only just going to get better because of Caris LeVert. But as a Brooklyn Nets fan, Caris LeVert, I wish you nothing but the very best. I'm going to miss you so much on my team. Your energy, your grit, your hard work, your dedication, just getting better every season. This team is really going to miss it, and it's not looking good at all for us. Now, the Rockets, they get 4 first-round picks from us, which is absolutely crazy. Because the last time we traded multiple first-round picks was to the Boston Celtics, and we lost Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because of that. For an old Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. We're really gambling here, and I don't know why Kyrie is not getting traded in this situation. The man has not been playing games. He hasn't been showing up. He hasn't been communicating. He's been frustrated with the team. I don't understand why he's not in this, and why is Karis LeVert and Jared Allen a part of this freaking trade? This is crazy. This is absolutely freaking nuts. Why? Why? We have freaking, they're getting better. Oh my god, dude. And now, not only we have one diva, but we have 2 divas on our team. I feel so bad for KD. And now the Brooklyn Nets get James Harden. I don't know how many times I have to say this in friggin' every video I talk about James Harden, but the problem in Houston was always James Harden. The problem has always been James fucking Harden. And I don't want James Harden on my fucking team! Instead of being at training camp with new teammates welcoming them, he decides to go to a fucking strip club. That's the type of player we want? I want players that are gonna work hard, that want one thing and one thing only, and that is a fucking championship. And that is what all of us Brooklyn Net fans want. We want a winning team in New York. That is what we want, is a championship. And that is the only way I will accept James Harden on this team, is if he puts that selfishness, stays in Houston, and he brings a whole new attitude to the Brooklyn Bridge and in Brooklyn. That is the only way I will accept James Harden on my fucking team. And Kyrie, you better be happy now, because now you have not one superstar, you have 2 superstars now, so you better be showing up to fucking games and playing at your very best. Because you wanted to come to Brooklyn, you wanted to play for your team that you grew up liking, watching. And now you have James Harden and Kevin Durant now on your team. And a bunch of still underrated players on our team as well. So you better be happy, Kyrie. You got your wish. Your wish has been granted. Poof! James Harden's on our team now. And I really hope KD is the leader of this team. KD, I am praying, KD. You need to check Kyrie and you need to check James Harden, because we need a winning team. We need a championship. That is what our #1 focus needs to be, is winning the NBA championship. Let's get you that 1 ring you need, James Harden. Let's show KD why freaking being on the Warriors, he didn't get 2 rings handed to him. Same with Kyrie getting a ring handed to him, being partnered with LeBron. Let's prove ourselves. Why? We are the best team in the NBA. We cannot play selfish basketball. We need to play team basketball. I really hope that this works out for us, because it needs to work. We got rid of all our future draft picks now. We got rid of 2 of our very promising players in Jared Allen, who has been doing phenomenal this season, and Karis LeVert, who is every freaking game proving why he's the 3rd star of this team. This is absolutely crazy. This, to me, I'm hoping this works out. I really hope this works out. I cannot doubt Sean Marks' abilities. He's really turned a franchise that had no picks or any assets into this team that got Kyrie and Kevin Durant and now being contenders. So I can't doubt Sean Marks, but I'm nervous as hell because we've been down this road before. We've gotten rid of multiple draft picks, and guess what? We lost Tatum and Brown because of that, and they're doing very good in Boston. And now we're definitely gonna see Karis LeVert go off. We're gonna see Jared Allen go off. Prince is still gonna be bricking his shots. Kerluke is gonna get an opportunity. This just sucks because, man, it's just, I don't know. It's very risky. I really hope that this works out. And the only way I'm going to be okay with James Harden coming to Brooklyn is if he does not bring that selfish attitude that he had in Houston over to Brooklyn. And Kyrie Irving, we need you now. We need you, Kyrie. You have been going off this season. We need you more than ever on this team. And now that we have another superstar in James Harden, we really need you, Kyrie. I hope this works out for my team. I've been a Brooklyn Nets fan since day one, and I will continue to support this team no matter what. So, I'm going to try to go in this with a positive mindset. But it's scary because in Houston, Harden had all the pieces around him. And he still couldn't deliver a championship because he was more focused on MVP and stats. We cannot have that in Brooklyn. And I hope James Harden is on the same page as Kevin Durant, and that's winning a freaking championship. And same with Kyrie. We need Kyrie on that same page as well because he wanted to play with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant came to Brooklyn to play with Kyrie. Unfortunately, welcome to the Brooklyn Nets, James Harden. And let's not throw up 50 shots a game, okay, and only make 10 of them. Okay, let's not do that, James Harden in Brooklyn. Let's actually pass the ball. Let's actually play team basketball. Let's take smart shots, and let's not isolate as much. Now that you have no excuses, okay? You're not playing with John Wall. You're not playing with DeMarcus Cousins, all right? You're playing with Kevin Durant, one of the best players in the NBA today, and one of the best ball handler point guards in Kyrie Irving. I hope this works out, but as a diehard Brooklyn fan, this sucks losing Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. You're going to be missed.